Hey, how's it going guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and welcome back to another Borderlands 3 video. And today I'm going to be talking about a few things that I think are pretty cool, starting with legendary weapons and how I think they're going to work. We're also going to be talking about the combat system in Borderlands 3. And finally, I want to look at the inventory system and how I think it can be improved from Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2. Other than that, if you do like this video, please push the thumbs up button, hit that like button. Other than that, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk to you guys about today is legendary weapons and how I think they're going to work in Borderlands 3 as compared to Borderlands 2. So after I beat Borderlands 2 2 or 3 times, my quest was to get as many legendary weapons as possible. It's really fun. It's like achievement hunting in the game, except obviously it's for only Borderlands 2. Now in Borderlands 2 and in Borderlands 1, there are a few ways to acquire these legendary weapons. You could obviously do them by defeating bosses that were a part of the main campaign. You could defeat enemies that were a little bit more selective and a little bit more difficult by going off the beaten path and doing some side quests in order to find these difficult enemies. Or you could find them in crates and chests or things guarded by loot bots. So there are various ways to acquire them. Now what's cool about this is a lot of them had different prefixes, and this is where I think you can upgrade from Borderlands 2. I was thinking maybe doing like a multi-part legendary weapon. So for the most part, like I said, legendary weapons are found by defeating a boss or an enemy, but there was never really like multi-step to get a legendary weapon. There were a few parts, maybe a few bosses or battles you had to go through, but there were no individual missions that required you to go through a selective series in order to get a legendary weapon. And I think that would be really cool in order for you to do that. I think to have maybe like the top tier legendary weapons have sort of like a, sequential side quest that you have to go through. Again, these are just my thoughts, but I really love the legendary weapon system in Borderlands 2. It's tough to really change up anything just because of how efficient and how really awesome I think it was. So other than that, let's talk about something else. So the next thing I want to talk about is the combat system, and this kind of be a tough topic to talk about because the combat system is so fluid and so really nice in Borderlands 2, and of course it was improved from Borderlands 1. The only thing I would maybe think of is some smarter AI. I noticed in Borderlands 2 that the AI would kind of go off the road a little bit, and you would kind of have to catch up with them, or they would kind of do some weird things here and there, including the enemies. Like sometimes you could hide behind a rock and they wouldn't know you were there. So some smarter AI, I think that would be much improvement to the game. Of course, it's most likely going to be on the next generation of consoles and of course high-powered PCs. So you're probably not going to have any worries there about buffing the AI's ability to not be, I guess you could say, quote-unquote stupid at times. Like I said, you can hide from a bot just by going around a rock, and it's like all of a sudden you've disappeared and they have no idea where they are. So that's just really a little thing. I think the combat system is perfect, the way you interact with enemies and interact with AI. Sometimes they can just be a bit clunky, but any game has that. Anyways, let's move on to our final topic. Alright, so the final thing I want to talk about today is the inventory system and how I think it could be improved from Borderlands 2 to Borderlands 3. The inventory system was really nice in Borderlands 2. I think it was really organized, how it went from your relics to your guns, basically to everything in the game, to your skins that you could put on. The only problem I was running into is the amount of space and how you had to constantly go to a vault or you constantly had to drop stuff. I want to offer a better solution. I want to offer kind of like this cloud service technology where you can either A, instantly sell the items you don't want to create more space, or you could instantly put them in like a virtual vault so that you don't have to travel to, a main city in order to put these in your bank account or your vault. So this is one thing that I always struggled with. I mean, man, I really want to pick up this gun, but I don't have enough room, and I don't really want to drop any of the other guns. So that was kind of the constant problem I was running into, but hopefully they make these changes in Borderlands 3. I really can't wait. Anyways guys, thanks for watching the video today. Like I said, if you did enjoy or want to leave a comment, be sure to push that like button and leave a comment down below. And if you want to subscribe to see more daily gaming videos like this, please push the subscribe button. Other than that, I'll see you guys later, and thanks for watching.